Hello,
Hello.
can you please introduce yourself?
Yes, Theresa McGlinchey from the United States, and I'm here in Ghana working in a children's orphanage for 2 weeks.
How was the local coordinator and the support provided in country?
It was wonderful. It was really wonderful. The assimilation was much easier than I anticipated, even though we had been prepped by a board review. It was such an easy assimilation with the director and founder, Shadrach, and his sister, Eugenia, made everything so easy.
What was the most surprising thing you experienced in the program?
The most surprising thing I experienced in the program is that even though it's a poverty area, I was really impressed with the development of the program. Not just the academics, but the whole program in total. Up to and including graduation, when there was a wonderful moment there that they honored the best of the classes. And though there's not much money, the children had a wonderful time at their graduation.
Can you tell us about any surprising thing you experienced in the host family?
Oh my goodness. We really didn't know what to expect because we had talked to different volunteers. But I have to say, it was just a wonderful experience because we had our own facility. They brought it, Shadrach and Eugenia introduced us the first night to where we were going to be for 2 weeks. It was just charming. And then Eugenia overfed us for the 2 weeks because the food was so delicious and plenty of it for us. They treated us so royally. Thank you.
What was the most surprising thing you experienced in Ghana?
Well, I wasn't surprised because during the few months before we came, and I was in Boston, New York, a couple different places, and I met so many people from Ghana that I had an idea of what the population, what the culture was like. But I was still so impressed when I actually came to the country because the people are just so gracious, so caring, and just want to make sure that you are having a good experience and that all your needs are taken care of.
What was the most challenging thing you experienced in the program?
Well, before I came, I was very nervous, and I think my challenge was, can I possibly make a difference in this country? And it was wonderful because Shadrach gave us a wonderful introduction orientation into the program. So from the first day, the first few hours we were at the school, we really had a good definition of what the school was about, what the children were about, some history of the children in the area, and it just made it so much easier. And I guess the other challenge was I didn't know if the kids would like us. And when we first came that morning, I'm going to fill up. We came in, they just embraced us. We just came over and hugged and everything. It was wonderful.
What was the most challenging thing you experienced in the country?
In the country, most challenging thing, well, everybody said it's a poverty area, but yet that was probably the first hour I was here. After that, it was just that people were just so happy where they were. People were happy with what they were doing. And I thought that was going to be a real challenge because they really emphasized that before the program, that you're going to go into an area and you're going to want to do things and you can. And it wasn't me trying to do things, it was the people of Ghana who were doing it for me.
Any tips for future volunteers like clothing, travel, personal items, donations?
For other volunteers, I would say it depends on when you come. We were here in August, which was the end of the rainy season, so the temperatures were very comfortable between 70 and 80 degrees. Light pants and capris, shirts, very comfortable. And then just some probably toiletries, like some Band-Aids or bug spray, Tylenol, things that you might need. And And we were fortunate that when we told people we were coming, they gave donations to us. So we came with 2 large suitcases of school supplies and books and everything. So if you have an opportunity to think about that made us feel really good walking in the day.
Can you tell us a personal paragraph about the experience you had in Ghana?
I only have a minute, right? Okay. Knowing that I was coming to a country I'd never been before, and I've traveled to Europe, but never into Africa. And they kept on telling us about the poverty. They kept on telling us, to be sure that we, that we come and try to do something. And I guess my experience was this exceeded any kind of experience I thought I was going to have, completely. I was worried the kids wouldn't like us. I was afraid there would be a language barrier between us. I was afraid that we wouldn't be accepted. We wouldn't be able to help in the schools. But Chadrick and his sister were just incredible in assimilating us into the program, so that we really felt that we contributed. And that's a wonderful feeling when you come to a country like Ghana. Sorry.
How would you describe your accommodation and your meals?
Oh my gosh, the accommodations were absolutely charming. We had our own facility, and it's not a complaint, but Eugenia tried to just make so much food for us. She served me what 2 or 3 people could eat. So we tried to tell her to back off a little bit. But the food was delicious. It was all served. It was all homemade. It was all country. It was all Ghana food, which was a great introduction. We were really immersed into the culture with the area we were in, with the food we were eating, with the children we were meeting, with everything that was here. It was really an emergence into, and I think that's what really helped from the very beginning when we first came. There wasn't a lull. We learned how to use water. We learned how to bathe a Ghana style. So it was really interesting. I think that was what really helped us.
Did you feel secure throughout the program?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. As I said, we had met so many people from Ghana, and I have a younger son who was deathly afraid of me going to Africa because he thought there were lions and tigers and everything around. And so many people told me not to worry. It's a wonderful area. You will feel safe. And as soon as we walked in, and Chadrock and Eugenia took care of us, and they even escorted us when we wanted to do our weekend excursions. So never felt threatened, never ever felt unsafe. Thank you.
What was your favorite memory of the program? Favorite memory of the program?
The children. The children. It was, I'm trying to control myself, but from the first time we met them until we're leaving today, whatever you did, whether it was in a classroom, it was hugging it, it was playing patty cakes. They were so open, they were so bright, they picked things up so fast. We did hopscotch, we did jumping rope, and then we were able to take them to the beach for the first time, and we just sat there and cried when we saw them going to the surf. So it was the children.
What was your favorite memory in the country?
Oh, in the country. Really just experiencing Ghana, just experienced it completely. The country, the people, Shadrach and Eugenia introducing us foods, cultures, being patient with us with a million questions we had. That made us feel, I mean, Shadrach on the first day gave us a list of expressions that we practiced, and when we were walking from the facility, the volunteer facility, to the school, which was about 20 minutes, we were actually saying to people, Ekisen, and they would say Ayo, Ayo, Ayo. I forgot. But I mean, we learned Machi, good morning, Maju, Maha, Madasi. You know, I mean, it was such a nice introduction that we could communicate with the community.
How was the broader view support prior traveling? Who helped you with emails, phone calls, and chat online?
Well, thanks to Monica, who you'll meet, who escorted me on this trip. She did her master's capstone on volunteering abroad, and this agency kept on floating to the top. And then she was in touch with them. And I have to say, I didn't realize there was so much in going into a malaria area, like, you know, as far as like what shots you need and all that stuff. They were helpful at getting our visa for Ghana. There were so many things that I hadn't even thought of. I was worried about getting books and school supplies, and they're saying, no, you can't go unless you get this. So, and they were spontaneous. If you had a question and you sent them an email, they responded like right away.
How did you find a broader view website, and what keywords did you use?
How did I find it? Well, actually, as I said, it was introduced to a broader view by Monica, who had looked at many different agencies because we had a goal. We wanted to volunteer abroad. And this agency, this particular agency, a broader view, kept on coming up as a really good agency. So we have one on the website. We have our own account with them. As I said, they're very responsive and they answered all our questions.
Would you like to talk to other potential broader view volunteers?
Oh, absolutely. 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 That's what helped us because Monica had interviewed with so many people, and then a broader view has so many YouTube people on the YouTube, with the video that we watched those too to get an idea of what people were saying. So if anyone were going, I would have no hesitation to talk to them about this experience.
Thank you for volunteering with us.
Thank you for having us.